guys, Rachel with Spunky Misfit Girl here, and this one is going to be a fun little quickie cutie pockets to add to your junk journal. So there's a pocket here, and actually two super cute little tuck spots on the sides. Isn't that just ever so sweet? Super fun, not too hard. You can use your 12 by 12 scraps if you have them. So you will need one that is 12 inches long. It doesn't matter what the width is. The width of your paper is going to become the width of your pockets, right? So if you want it to be shorter, you might want to cut it down or whatever you have for scraps. So I've got this double-sided. You do want double-sided because you will have, so this is one side of the paper and this is the other. So you could do with single-sided, you'd have one pocket here that you would maybe want to cover. And then the back, if you're going to glue it in, will be white too. So it could work with single-sided. So the first thing I'm going to do is score. And I'm going to score along my 12-inch side at 4 and 7 and 10 inches. And that's quick and easy and all good. Also, this video and this little project is inspired by Julie over at Camellia Crafts Designs, who I love and I haven't watched in a long time, and it was so fun to start diving back into some of her videos and following along with her because she is hilarious. So if you haven't seen her, absolutely do go check her out. Okay, so we've got this little section on the right side, and that's going to fold up and be the pocket. So I'm just going to try to decide. I think I want, I mean, ultimately they really get covered up anyway, but I think I want more of this to show. So I'm going to make this little guy my front pocket like this. So that folds up, that little piece. And then the next one goes back like that. And then we go up again one more time. And that is the basis of our structure. That's what that guy is going to look like. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and round our corners, because that is definitely something that makes this little guy more fun. I'm not sure about the width of this. This is actually a little bit wide, and it's probably going to be wider than most journals I would make. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it down just a little bit. I do kind of like that cuter, shorter. So let's go for about 5.5 inches, just for reference for you. You're looking at yours and what width you want. So there we go. And then we got to do this side over again. I like that a little better. That's nice. A nice, good size. A little wider than that, I think, ends up making me feel like it's just a little too wide. And also, just if I can't use it in a journal, then what am I doing it for? You know? So I'm just going to give everybody some very, very quick ink before we glue. And the other thing I did on mine was put in these super cute little brads. So I'm actually going to do that too, just to show you how that works. So I got these little mini brads, and I think with this paper, I can use up some of my golds and it will look pretty. I don't have as much chance to use this kind of shiny gold, so let's do it. So all I did with these was make some quick little marks for about where I wanted them, you know, kind of trying to keep myself with enough room away from the edges. And then I just kind of, you know, put something here to give myself a straight line. And then I just went up in the same way. Whoop, whoop. Just like this. And then poked some holes. This guy here, and this guy here. Okay, good enough. Looks good to my eyeballs. And I poke some holes with my awl all the way through there. My refrigerator is talking to me a little bit. The filter and the icebox and everything. Oh, that got a little bit off my mark, but that's okay. And then this guy, I'm just gonna go through one side, and that is what I screwed up on that one, but it really ended up not mattering. I do want these brads only to go through this one side. I don't want to hook that pocket together yet, and you'll see why in a second when we do those little inside pockets. So I'm just gonna stick my brads in, just making sure with that middle pocket that I'm only putting them through that first layer of paper. And actually this guy I'm gonna erase because I got a little far off with my hole, but that's okay. I wanna use the hole. I probably would, if I did a second one, I would probably end up covering it up, but it might end up just leaving me with a hole that's too big and making my brad kind of slosh around in there, which we don't want. So this was just a thing that I thought gave that kind of extra little detail that made these pockets really splashy and stand out. Okay, so let's glue. We're gonna glue our bottom guy just on the sides. Okay, and close him up. And then we're gonna do the same thing with our pocket here, right? On the sides, and fold that guy up. And then we have this flap up here that still opens up, and that's gonna become our, I mean, you could leave that. It would be fun, actually, although I don't know, it might not stay down. Maybe we'll try something. Maybe I'll fiddle around a little with a different, something different to do with this on another way of doing this. So, but what we're gonna do now is to make our little tuck spots. We're gonna go just down the middle, we saw glue, and down the bottom, along the bottom. And that's gonna make our two little guys on our sides. And I just made tiny little tag guys that I did different little edges on, corners on, with a little cute kitty stamp that I got in Japan and a blank background. And I made them specifically to size so that they stick out just a little bit, so that it adds a little bit of interest to that guy, and you know there's a pocket there. This guy is one of the other super cute little kitty stamps. I've been learning Japanese, but I still don't know any kanji, and that's kanji, so I can't read it. I can read some of the hiragana now. I've been learning the katakana as well, but that's a little more challenging. So that's that for the structure. So then it's just decorating however you like. And I've just filled this guy up. So this lady, little girl, cutie, is a Steampunk Pixie paper doll fussy cut. She is actually I think she's one of the fairies. I've got a couple, but they're in my Etsy shop. And then I just filled her up with some labels and things. I think I glued this one in there. Oh, I think I glued it in there pretty good. That guy's not coming out. He's part of the decorations. That's okay. I like that. And then a couple of other kind of labels and stickers and things in the back. And you could also, if you're gluing this into a journal, you could make it a tuck spot in the back too, on the side or on the top, however you like. I don't think I'm going to decorate on screen. I think that's a good, fun, quickie project for you guys to go run with. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.